What's up, YouTube? Today we're gonna be talking about how to trap for beginners, or you just jumping out here. You trying to build your clientele. You trying to really get in motion with the trapping. Now, first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna break down the prices. Now, grams. We're gonna use gas. We're talking about gas and ills in this video. If you know, you know. Now, gas. We're gonna break down the prices. Grams, $10. KDs, $25. Vicks, which is 7 grams, $50, $60. Halves, $80, $90. And then your ounces, $140, $150, $160. That's the prices around in the DMV area. So that's what you're going to need to know that. And then you just do the math for the rest, the QPs, the half pounds, the pounds. Now, let's say you got $500. And you just starting off, you trying to get your little investment, get in. $500. You can get you a QP. But first, once you trying to get your gas, you got to aim for high popular areas. Like I'm in the DMV, I go to DC or Baltimore or somewhere in PG County where I know is the trenches or it's real popping already. Gas is already in motion. You don't want to go to a small town or a slow area or a alias ass place try and get some gas. It's best to go to somewhere that's already popping because they're gonna have the best price and the best product. It's gonna be easy. It's gonna be more people, so it's gonna be easier for you to find a plug. So boom, that's if you don't already. First, of course, you're gonna use your resources that you already have. You're gonna talk to your friends, your family, or the people you was already copping, smoking with, and try to get some deals. And then once you do all that, you figure out who got the best price for the best product, and boom, you invest your 500. You get you a QP. That's 4 ounces. Now, you don't got no clientele like that. If you're young, you just gotta use your friends and use your resources because that's where young people's all together and they all in the loop. So it's gonna be way easier. So you just gotta be promoting. Yeah, I'm selling gas. I got the gas. Give some deals. Give some referrals. Like, yeah, if you give me a client, I give you half off or something. Like, you just gotta. Don't think you about to get rich. The first QP, you gotta get your re-up back and just try to get as much clientele with it. That's what you're trying to do. You just try and bring people in. You ain't really trying to make money off the first QP. So boom, always use your resources first. Now, if that ain't really, you only get 1 or 2 clienteles from that, that's cool. Now the rest, you're gonna have to go to parties. You're gonna have to go to kickbacks, homecomings, and just got a backpack and you smoking gas and you just look the party and you just in the mix talking to people like, yeah, if you need that, such and such, I got that, blah, blah, blah. You just gotta network. You gotta go to colleges. You gotta go, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm in the DMV, you gotta go around U Street. You gotta go down to Harvard. You gotta go, you know what I'm saying? You gotta go places. You gotta really promote it. Boom. Now, that after you doing all that, it's not gonna come fast. I don't think it's gonna be sweet. It might be sweet depending on your luck, but boom, you got 1 or 2 clienteles from your resources. Then you got 4 to 5 clienteles from the networking jump you was just doing. Now you got 7 people. They copping KDs, Vicks, halves, and you do it like that. And if you got somewhere to trap, or you know somebody who could give you some clientele, a trapper already who could give you some clientele, he too busy, you can trap him. Do what you gotta do to move that QP, and that's what you gotta do right there. And then after you move that QP, make sure you get your initial investment, $450, and whatever left is what you're gonna profit. Now, if you got a car, perfect. Fill up your tank, finesse it, go post up places where it ain't hot, etc. If you don't got a car, you gotta go trap like at a landmark where it's gonna be easy for people to come fuck with you. So if they like, yeah, I need a KD. Oh yeah, just pull up such. All right, bet. You know what I'm saying? Easy place. It ain't out the way. It ain't crazy miles away. It's somewhere realistic that everybody could come find you. Or you can find a friend who's on the same type time you on, who got the whip. You can spark him up, toss him $40 every day, and y'all just move out like that. Y'all just mob out like that. Or you can get a girl you know what I'm saying? And you just, it's really depending on how you finesse, how you do you. So anyway, And bagging up. Let's talk about bagging up. You could get, man, if you get the little colorful, fancy KD 3.5 bags, you could tax a little more. You could buy them on Amazon or eBay or whatever, Alibaba. You can buy them for cheap, buy them in bulk, get like 50 to 100 for like 100 something. Boom. And you just add that to every KD and you could tax. So instead of charging 25, you charge it 35. Like, yeah, there's some extra zaz. And when you do the math, the little jump only costs you an extra $1, the little packaging. You could do that, but you don't have to have the packaging. You could just put it in a little plastic bag or a little Ziploc or whatever you was doing all the time traveling and still get it off as long as the gas is good. Now, you're doing that, you build your clientele. And the thing with clientele is you might think, damn, I only got 4 or 5 clients. But you got to understand, if you stay persistent and you do your job and you a good nigga and you giving deals, that 4 or 5 each, that one person is going to turn to 3 people. He's going to recommend his friend. He's like, who? Boom, that's 3 people each person. So that 4 or 5, a month go by, a month and a half, now you got 15 people. And it's just going to keep growing and growing and growing. You just got to make sure you doing good business, you respectable, you ain't being rude, you on time, and you giving good gas and you giving deals and people going to fuck with you. Boom. Now you doing that for like a month or 2. You start off with a QP, you in rotation. Now you got a half a pound, which is 8 ounces. Now you could do a little bit more. You could give 2 ounces to a high schooler, 2 ounces to a college motherfucker, an ounce to your man, and then you could just break down the other 3 ounces you was doing, like you was doing. And that's how you gonna move it faster. Now every 2 days, getting off a half pound. Now it's adding up. And boom. That's how that's gonna go. For the ills, you could go on the dark web and get some ills. You could get like 100 for like $250. You know what I'm saying? 100 ills for like $250. I don't recommend the ills because it's food, and if something happened to somebody, you could really do time for that joke. Like it's sweet because they don't give a smell, and it's real small, so it's easy to move. But it's also very, very, very dangerous. And if you get caught with that, you're gonna do time. Versus weed, get caught with a QP, that ain't nothing. A half pound, that ain't nothing. But if you get caught with some ills, you know what I'm saying? I don't recommend that. Now, if you could find some ills that is pure and clean for a cheap price, you have won a gold. You have gotten a gold mine, Brody. That's what you gotta do. Now, you get the ills, the fake ills. Soon, I told you 100 for $250. So what's that? $2 something, $250 a ill, and you could sell for $15, $20 each. So you making 15 times, 12 times your money off of one. So that's why that joint's so popular. And it's small and it's concealed and don't give no smell. You could ship it, you could carry it in car, you could put it in your bag, you could do everything. So it's easy to move them joints and it's easy to make bread because the profit margin is crazy. But as I said, it's a real risk, so I don't recommend that joint like that unless you got the pure, straight from the pharmacy joint. But that ain't gonna be no $250 each. That's gonna be like $7 each. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna sell for $15 or $20, so your profit margin is just 2 times or 3 times versus what it would have been. Now, transporting, you want to vacuum seal your gas, or you just gotta get the smell out. You gotta vacuum seal, put dish detergent and a fabric softener in between the vacuum seal once, dish detergent, fabric softener, vacuum seal again. Boom. Now, you can put them in boxes and ship them just like that. They ain't gonna give off no smell. They ain't gonna be hot. You gotta do the express next day shipping each time, so they don't got time to really sit and smell and people to look through, and you can get bags easy, express. And when you shipping, don't use your name, use another name, just ship to the street. You know what I'm saying? A different address. You just gotta move smart. You really just gotta use your brain 24/7. And beware of snakes and robbers. You know what I'm saying? Every sale ain't a good sale. You gotta know, yeah, like, yeah, this nigga Auntie, yeah, he wanted 2 ounces for the tax price, but he drive like Auntie, he in a crazy neighborhood, I don't really know. You know what I'm saying? It's not that serious. Trust your gut. It's best to be safe, not sorry. You just gotta use your brain, have some street smarts, and yeah, you have to be real disciplined. You can't be smoking your gas and shit, because this ain't nothing to play. You just trying to get your money and get the fuck. Like, this is not no time to be playing. If you just want to play, just smoke your gas. But if you try and get some money, be focused, stay clear, get your clientele, because